Assalamu alaikum my dear students. How are you? Hope all of you are fine. I am also fine. Here it's me, Mohammad Ashikur Rahman, lecturer, Department of ICT, Milestone College. In this session, let's have a look on a simple C program to find the factorial of a given number. So, factorial. As we know how to calculate the factorial, if n is equal to 5, then what will be the value of factorial 5? Factorial 5 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. We can simplify it. Factorial 5 is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Let's take this as a loop variable. If we start with I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4 and I is equal to 5. So we have to stop the loop variable. What is the condition? Our condition is I less than or equal n. Here we have to take the initial value I always 1 and also factorial, here I use fact is equal to 1 and our factorial function formula is fact is equal to fact into I. So this is our formula, fact is equal to fact into I. So we have to increase value of I by 1 until I less than or equal n. So this is our condition. We have to repeat the condition I less than or equal n. If n equals to 5, then I took I is equal to 1. So 1 to 5. We have to apply this multiplication to increase the value, initial value I. So I is increasing by 1. We can write I plus 1 or you can write I plus plus. Both are correct. So here I increasing by 1. Now we have to show the C program by using for loop. As we know, we have 3 loops. One is for loop, number 2 do while loop, and number 3 is only while loop. Now we use the first one, for loop, to find out the factorial value by using for loop. So let's see how to use for loop. At first we have to know the syntax of for loops. So this is our syntax for loop. First of all, you have to write for first bracket. First one is initial value. Here you have to write initial value and then semicolon, condition, again semicolon, and then increase or decrease, and then first bracket close. Here second bracket statement, you have to write statements here and then second bracket close. So this is our actually syntax for loop. We have to use this syntax in a simple C program to find the factorial. First of all, you have to start with include stdio.h, as we know, a standard input output header file, then main function, then start with second bracket. We have to take this integer value I, then our factorial value fact is equal to 1, it's fixed always, and then n. Our input is here n, so we have to write input function scanf, this is input function, then %d, this is format specifier for integer value, and then we have to store the data, that's why and n. Then we have to use for loop. So here for initial value is 1, we already know. Then here we have to write the condition, our condition is I less than or equal n, and then increase by 1, I plus 1. Here remember one thing, don't use semicolon in the last of the statement. Then we have to use here statement. Our statement is, first formula is fact is equal to fact into I semicolon and then and second bracket. Here fact always 1 and n is equal to 5. Condition is I less than or equal n. Put I is equal to 1, then our condition 1 and n is equal to 5. Factorial value is fact is equal to formula fact into 1 I. So here fact value 1 and I here 1. So write here 1. Then I is equal to 2. Then our condition is 2 less than 5. Then fact is equal to, here fact value 1 and I 2. So 1 into 2. So factorial value is 2. I is equal to 3. 3 less than or equal 5. This condition is also true. Then fact is equal to, here factorial value you have to write 2 and our initial value I is equal to 3. So we found here 6, and then again I is equal to 4. Then our condition is 4 less than 5. This condition is equal to, our factorial value is here 6, factorial value 6 and into I, here I is equal to 4. Then our if I is equal to 5, then 5 less than or equal 5, this value is here fact 24 and I 5. So our value is 120. I is equal to 6, then our condition is I is 6 less than or equal 5. This condition is fails. So here condition is fails. When condition is fails, it will directly come here and the value of factorial 5 is 120. So 120 value will be printed here. So if I put value or I want to know what is the value of factorial 5, we can see here factorial value is 120. So let's see how to find out factorial by using do while loop. Now we have to use or we have to know the statement about do while loop. Here you can see the statement do second bracket. Here you have to write the statement like formula or increment or decrement, and then second bracket close, and then while, and here you have to write the condition and then semicolon. Factorial by using do while loop. Do while loop. Again start with include stdio.h main function, then second bracket, here again int I factorial is equal to 1 and n, scanf input function, format specifier, and then n. Now we have to use do while loop. here write do, and then you have to write here statement. Our statement is fact is equal to fact into I, and here increment I is equal to I plus 1. Then we have to write while condition, our while, and we know our condition is I less than or equal n, and semicolon. You have to use here semicolon, but there is no semicolon in the do loop. And then now we have to print the value, print f %d, and then we have to show the value of fact, semicolon and close. So you can see do while loop, it's very easy. You can also use while loop. If you know how to use do while loop, you can also find while loop. So let's see how to use while loop. It's very easy. While loop, using while loop, find the factorial, finally semicolon. So see the difference, just see the difference. Here I use while loop, and here I use do while loop. So this is the difference. So my dear students, hope you have learned from my today's class. If you have any problem, then ask me or ask your subject teacher. Don't stop to learn, keep practicing. Allah Hafiz.